everyone is getting so stressed about Christmas, and I know all the shopping, all the gifts, all the buying of the food, making arrangements, whose house to go to. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I thought that this week I would find a Reddit dilemma, or I love it, am I the arsehole? But I thought, let's go for a dilemma, which was Christmas centered. And when I saw this one, I was like, yeah, this is the one that I need to bring. This is the one that I need to bring. So let's jump into it. You lot already know that I try to have one of these in every episode. So why would I change it right at the end of the year? So this week's episode is called, this week's Reddit is called, "My friend hates his Christmas present and now he isn't talking to me. How do I get him to talk about it?" Can you even imagine that your friend lets you know that they hate the gifts that you bought? It's actually quite peak. And this is a new Reddit. Like, this only came out 15 days ago from when I'm recording today. So it's new. People are still kind of fighting in the comments. Like, it's a good time to go through this one. So let us jump on it. Let's see what is going on. So I shall begin. "Since it's Christmas time, my friend group has decided to get everyone presents. Lovely. I'd, 18F, gotten everyone a present except this one friend, M18s. You lot already know that the numbers and letters throw me off, but so this person is an 18-year-old female, gotten everyone a present except this one friend who is an 18-year-old male. Cool. We've been friends for a while, so he knows how I react to people mocking me and that kind of thing. This is important for later." What kind of friend is that? A friend that you're even worried about buying a gift because they might mock you, but alas, here we are. "Whenever I'd ask him for ideas on what to get, I'd be told I have no idea or I don't know what I want. So it was hard to find something that they would like since he wasn't communicating at all. After 2 weeks of searching the internet, I found a poster of his favorite character from an anime and I decided to get it." Okay, that's a thoughtful gift. Like, she's really tried to figure out his interests and what he likes and go with that, which is always a good thing to do. So what could the issue even be? Soon after I bought it, I was talking to him to get ideas for another friend to get him a present and bought up a keychain of this character that I had seen and thought about getting. He told me he wasn't a big fan of anime merch, but as long as it wasn't ridiculous, he'd like it. So I started getting worried about the poster and eventually showed him what I had gotten. He burst out laughing at me and said, "That's the most tacky thing you could have gotten me," and continued laughing for about 5 minutes. Do you know what? Even the way she has typed this shows that she was really hurt. Oh, why did he react like that? That's actually awful. And she was anxious about getting this present for him as well. Why did he act like that? That's actually awful. So he's laughing for about 5 minutes now. Okay, cool. "It was a good quality canvas poster and wasn't the cheapest, so it's not exactly junk. I got upset since I had taken a lot of time and effort trying to find something that he'd like without him being helpful at all. And he just laughed in my face." And it's that part, like the part she's upset about is that she has literally spent so much time. Firstly, she's asked him for his input. He hasn't been helpful. Then she's really spent time thinking about it because we know clearly he's quite a tricky character. Only then for her to tell him, like, okay, I got you this, and for him to laugh in her face for 5 minutes. And this feels like humiliating. I get why she's upset. "I ended up crying and I had to leave the call because he couldn't compose himself and it was making me more upset." This is tragic. I would be upset, but I would be fuming. Like, she's gone the crying route. I would be absolutely fuming. If he had just told me in the first place he found anime merch tacky, I wouldn't have bought it for him and we could have avoided the situation, but he offered no help or advice on what to get him at all, so I had no idea of knowing, which is so frustrating, despite the fact that I had asked at least 4 to 5 times in those 2 weeks. I have tried to talk about it since then and he has been ignoring me ever since, so I don't know what to do. I'm trying to get a refund on the poster since it hasn't been shipped yet, but it's from Etsy, so I'm not sure on their refunds. Is it worth trying to get him another present? How can I talk to him about this? First of all, stand up. Stand up, love. What's going on? So the boy has laughed in your face. Clearly, he doesn't respect you enough to even have this conversation. He's finding this whole thing hilarious. And now you're scrambling to get him another present. Call up Etsy, call up the seller, and send it back and get your money back and shut this down. This is ridiculous. And I see how the friendship is going here, because clearly he's somebody who's difficult and she's somebody who's a pleaser. That's the dynamic of this friendship. And let me just tell you, babe, this is not a good way for this to go. This is not going to work out well for you. Cut your losses, send the presents back, and let him continue ignoring you about that and move on. And so when it comes to you guys exchanging your presents, he can be the one that hasn't got a present from you, and that's it. And when people are like, oh, like, why have you not got, you explain to them that you bought him a really nice, thoughtful gift, and he laughed in your face for 5 minutes and made you cry. So you sent it back, and you haven't spoken to him since. Despite you trying to call him, he's been ignoring you. That's what you say to them. That's what you say. He is absolutely he does not sound like a nice friend at all. Like, it really upsets me when there are like really nice people trying to maintain friendships and relationships with people who are not nice. It really upsets me because the dynamic is not healthy at all. Even just the way that she has written this Reddit. This is a new Reddit. I said it's only like 15 days old, but even the way that she's written this Reddit, you can tell she's really hurt. She's really hurt about it. And this guy's not even answering her calls to talk about it. No, babe, don't you dare get him another gift. So I'm just looking at the comments now. Obviously, the comments are rolling in thick and fast. But new comments cannot be posted. So clearly they've locked some of the... Okay. But the first comment made like literally 15 days ago, like at the same time, is he's not a good friend. You don't owe him a present. Brilliant advice. Perfect. The comment goes on to say, if I were you, I'd leave reaching out to talk in his hands. He owes you an apology. Even if he wasn't a fan of what you got him, he needs to learn to be tactful and kind. Perfect advice from Fortress of Trees 15 days ago. And the writer of the post actually says, thanks for the advice. It's strange because most of the time he's fun to be around and is really chill. This is kind of out of character for him. I'll definitely be taking a step back. I just have no idea why he's acting like that. Do you know what? It's not for you to figure out. It is not for you to figure out. The next comment is, don't be friends with mean people who don't care about your feelings. This comment section is a vibe. Like, I think they get it completely. They get it completely. I can't see if there's a vote. There's not a vote on this one, like whether he's an arsehole or whatever, but I mean, he is an arsehole. That's my own vote about this whole thing. But the comment section, they catch the vibe. Like, they're literally saying what I'm saying. Somebody else says, your present didn't make him mad at you. It just revealed to you what a scumbag he is and that he probably never liked you. Oh, that's a bit rough. That's a bit rough, but she needs to hear it. And the last comment is, get better friends. He's horrible. I mean, it's very clear. The jury is not out on this one. Like, they definitely understand that he is not vibes. He is not vibes at all. Go and get your... what I'm hoping is that Etsy refunds you. That's what I would like to know. I would want to make sure that Etsy is going to refund you, or even give the poster to the other friend. It sounds like maybe they've got a group where people like anime, like they're into that kind of like alternate, stuff, like interest. Cute. We love that. Very demure, very cutesy. Give it to somebody else if you can't get the refund, because it sounds like she's a gift giver, which is also why she's hurt so much by this. Give the gift to somebody who will appreciate it and move on. He sounds weird.